Hey, what is going on, guys? It is James Gaming here, and today I am back with a different type of video. We're back again with a rant because, I just like being pissed off about things, and you're probably the same. You probably like being pissed off about certain things because it makes you feel good. So, let me take it from the top. So, all over the world, there is public transport. You got trains, buses, planes to some degree, and, well, I guess you could say planes and boats, taxi service, Uber, all that sort of stuff. But the one that I'm talking about, the one based in the grand old Northern Ireland, the country of dreams, the country where we built an unsinkable ship that sank. Yes, there is some of the most sublime public service I've had throughout the years. Been using TransLink for at least 8 years now, maybe? 8 years, fucking 8 years, fucking hell, that's almost a decade. I'm gonna go over a lot of this bullshit that just pisses me off sometimes about public transport in general. I'm not really speaking from the perspective of trains, because usually when I've gotten trains about the place, relatively okay and fine. I'm just speaking on the behalf of bus services. So, let's get into it, cunt. But before we get into it properly, I need to refill my bottle of water, and you guys have the amount of time it takes me to get downstairs and come back upstairs to subscribe to the channel. So it's about 20 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Subscribe. Alright, have you subscribed yet? Have you done it? 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 The best transport that you'll ever have. TransLink bus service here. Now, I think I highlighted this before in my Utrecht vlog, that I did address that the public transport over there was just better than over here, because here we have a timetable. Well, let's say a timetable that's always either 10 minutes early or half an hour late, put it like that, for a bus, and we also have this app, the TransLink app, that never is fucking right, and it's not an alternative to say, oh, well, you follow the app and the bus will there. It's not, the bus isn't always there on time. It's like, if I look at the 124 and it's like, oh, 3:05 to get into town, right? It's like, oh, I'm gonna go leave my house now for 3:05 to get into town to see my mates at, like, I'd say 3:30 or 3:45, right? And I get there and the bus isn't there at 5:05. It's not there at 10:10. It's not there at 1:15. It's there at 20:00. So it's another 15 minutes fucking late. That's just the tip of the iceberg at the minute for how shit the bus service is to get you about the place, whether that be, like I said, a bus, train, taxi. Bear in mind, taxis are really fucking good, to be fair, but it's dead expensive. Like, I don't want to spend 15 to 20 quid getting to town every day on a taxi. I'm not fucking made of money yet, the district didn't make enough. Be some mornings where I'd be heading into school, and sometimes the bus just wouldn't turn up, so there'd be a 7 o'clock, half 7 bus and an 8 o'clock bus, and school for me would start at 20 to 9. So if you got the 8 o'clock bus, that means you literally have to go in straight up to registration to register before going into class and stuff. Let's say like a good 30 to 50 people, usually each morning, that would get on the same bus going into school. Let's call this one the 677. Let's say the 677, we're waiting for the 677 and it doesn't come. And then the next bus, which is around the corner for me, would be 8:10, let's say. So you have to wait 10 minutes, then you're late coming into school. So then a whole busload of people is late going into school. It's literally 2 buses that you can get to be on time, or either, you get a lift in, or, some of you lads may know what this is, who have known me, like IRL. This, my friends, give me a second, let me do a little unboxing. I'm not going to play it, but I have not opened this in like a good 4 years. So this is a baritone horn. Now some of you guys are like, it's a French horn. Some fucking cunt as well in my school kept calling this a French horn, even though the French horn's a swirly one. This is a baritone horn, so it's kind of like a mini tuba, because a tuba would be like, tubas are massive, but this is like a smaller version of a tuba, because probably even use a tuba nowadays. But the mouthpiece would dedicate, the size of what instrument you would have. So like if you had a small tiny mouth, like your fucking first year, you play like a trumpet or something, or a cornet, something tiny. But for people like me with my big dick sucking lips, I would play a baritone horn. So let's say I'm back in 3rd year, pure rugby lad, by the way. World Cup is coming up. Ireland are going to fucking win it. If we don't, I'm going to be upset, because Tottenham lost the Champions League. I've got, this is like, let's say, rugby bag. So I've got my rugby bag on this side, got my baritone hoard on the other hand, I've got my school bag on my back. So I've got like 3 things, right? And let me say, I don't know how I had the gains to lift about 3 fucking bags some days, because so I was part of sort of like 2 societies, like musical, and I played sport. I wasn't the best rugby player, but I knew how to fucking carry a ball and run straight. Imagine you're me, you've got 3 bags, you've got a big fuck off instrument, you've got a big fuck off rugby bag with your kit, your boots, gum shield, everything in it. So you're trying to go up the stairs, and then you put your shit down. So you've got your baritone. Let me say, this entire thing would take up like one part of the section, or it would take up one entire seat. So, you know, you wouldn't have any mates sitting beside you because it would be too fucking cramped. And then I've got my rugby bag as well, and let's say you're getting off the bus and the bus driver fucking slams on the brakes, then sometimes I go flying down the fucking stairs. Like, I'm not even joking, like, I'm like, boo, boo, boo. The amount of times where there's been really fucking harsh braking on buses when I've been carrying a big fuck off instrument or my rugby bag, or, you know, something along those lines, it was dreadful. It was just shit. Imagine carrying 3 bags on the bus. One is a staple. You always have 1 bag when you're going in or out of school, really. And if a bus driver lets them downstairs and I decide to be a rebel team and decide, you know, I'm going to sit at the back of the fucking bus because I'm hard as fucking nails. You've always had that fucking mentality, being like, at a young age, being like, oh, I'm going to go sit at the back of the bus because I think I'm the real shit. No, you do that with a baritone and a bag, and it's not fun for everybody else, because trust me, this, let's say the width of it would probably be like 2 seats, maybe a seat and a half, laying down between like where people's legs would be, and your legs would be fucking crushed anyway, so you'd have to like, it wouldn't be fun for anybody else. And plus, when the bus driver would brake, I'd have to be dead careful not to whack a first year in the face with my baritone or my bag. And another thing I want to get into is the prices of day tickets went up. I don't know if it was because of inflation, maybe it is, maybe I'm just being fucking naive and ignorant. Bus tickets for me, that's it, like an adult bus ticket now currently is £4.20, right? And let's say you're a wee Jim, you just turned 16, you're gonna go into town for mates, being like, oh mate, let's go in, let's get blasted, he's gonna go in with his mates, and his mum gives him a tenner, right? So he pays for it. He's like, oh, day ticket please. And I was like, how old are you, son? 16. No, I just turned 16. He's like, oh, that's good. £4.20 please. You know what? Little Timmy wants to get a wee Subway or a wee McDonald's, and that's it he can buy with his money. He buys a day ticket and he buys food. That's literally it. He can't buy anything else. He can't decide, I want to go buy I'm going to go to the pool and get a wee drink or two. No, that's it. That's all he can buy. Unless he scrounges off a mate, you know? Being £4.20 for a day, like, it is good, don't get me wrong. But for somebody who doesn't take in revenue and earn revenue at a young age, at like 16, 15, it's I think it's a bit harsh on young people. I feel like it used to be like £3.50 for me. Like the day ticket, I feel like when I started buying them was £3.50, but it's went up. But since when the fuck did that become a thing? But I'm gonna start with some stories, and this one was submitted. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The answer here. But if you want to partake in any of them and actually just give me a bit of feedback, if I tweet out, if I put out an Instagram story, and you want to be included in videos with your question, anything when I fucking say about it, I'll put you in. So this is a good submission. It's a bit fucking weird, but once when I was sitting down on the bus, a wee boy came over and took his wee out, his little wiener. Now that's just very pleasant. It's a joke. But like, that's fucked, to be honest, and that should be on TransLink to address that and be like, mate, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and TransLink should have been like, I don't know, done some shit about that, I guess. But here's some legitimate quotes from TransLink bus drivers, not from a friend, definitely not. Sunday in Belfast, any and all parades when you're trying to get in and out, it's shit, trust me. Parades are the worst. Speaking of parades, I was at the gay pride parade. Here's some of that footage, I guess.
Guys, champions give here, support gay rights. Another good program. Already? Here at Gay Pride. What a great time we were having.
Need to cover up my hairline. Parades in Northern Ireland and Belfast are fucking shite. Takes up so much space on the road. You have to redirect a lot of the buses to go to a different route if trying to get into the centre of town. And Sundays, some buses just don't exist. Oh, it's a religious holiday. Well, I don't fucking care if it's a religious day. What if I still want to go on the town with mates? Timetables, we just drive around. Very fucking True. That one is, I'll tell you what, that one it probably is true. Some of the time when you expect the bus to come and you wait half an hour and then eventually shows up. Pride was on Saturday and I was hungover as shit. I was getting a bus from my dad's place, back down the road back to this place. I checked my phone and it was like a 15B at 1:15. I was like, sweet, dandy, I'm gonna go get that bus. So I found her to the bus stop. I get there, I'm waiting on the bus, and then I'm like waiting on it. 5 minutes passes and I'm like, for fuck's sake, I just want to get home. I was feeling shit because I'm hungover as fuck. And then it was like 10 minutes passes and I was like, right, okay, this is just taking the piss now. 30 minutes it hits and I'm like, right, okay, where the fuck is this actual bus? I'm actually triggered. I'm pissed off. The 15D doesn't come past the 14D, let's say, so completely different, so a different fucking bus. Yeah. Like, I was like, are you fucking serious? I've been waiting half an hour for my bus, but a completely different fucking bus comes past, and then I waited another 10 minutes, and then my actual bus came. I was like, what the fuck is this time? Like, so many other countries can fucking do it. Why can't we do it? Like, why can't, as a community, we have a decent fucking service? Another time as well, I was coming out of college, and I stayed behind to just do some work and just to catch up in general, I think it was. And all my mates were away already, so I couldn't get a lift home. I was walking up from college, so it was the 16, it was coming past, and I seen it, and where my fucking college is, there's like a roundabout, and there's like a set of shops, and it was like I seen it coming past the shops, and I ran across the road, and then the bus, like, I missed, because I saw the first stop that I should have got on at, where it was coming past. So I decided, you know, I'm going to run, and then I'm going to run to the next stop so I can just catch it. So I was running across the road, and I was running to the next bus stop. I was like getting out of breath because like fucking hell, because I literally started running as soon as I saw the fucking bus, because like shit, I'm gonna miss this. I think it's a really relatable moment for a lot of people. There's been so many times where you have to fucking run for a bus because A, it doesn't stop, or B, it doesn't see you, and they just don't fucking care. The bus drivers here especially, they'll just fucking drive on. So it's a double-decker bus. I was literally at the tail end of the bus. You could have probably seen me, and I looked in the mirror, like the bus driver's like left-hand mirror. Looked at him. He saw me, and like you know, eye contact. So we saw each other, right? And I started walking. So I was like, okay, see me. He smirked at me and then fucking drove on. Like he pulled up to let passengers off, seen me, and fucking drove on. I was like, what the actual fuck? Like, God, I had so many bad encounters with this one bus that I had to get into fucking college. Let's call it the 677 again. So the 677, I would get, I think there's supposed to be like 4 different versions of it. There was supposed to be one, I think, at like 5 past 8, 10 past 8, quarter past 8, 25 past 8, half past 8. There's only one of them that actually ran, and guess which one it was? The fucking later one, the half past 8 one. And if I missed that bus, I was fucked. I was snookered. Like, and I had to walk at a good 10-minute walk to the bus stop anyway to get this bus. Where like I'd miss the bus and be like, well, I'm fucked now. Even though it says there's supposed to be another 2 buses coming after this one, like straight afterwards, it just wouldn't come. And to be sitting at the bus stop for a good half an hour just waiting on a fucking bus. Wait, I don't know if it's just me, but I hate fucking waiting on buses. Like I want to keep moving just to get home sometimes. But think about an older person, like an elderly passenger, the older population, let's say, and like, you know, they might be waiting a good 20-30 minutes. They might have a couple things that's wrong with them, you know. They might have a really bad cold at the minute. They might, you know, need to get home because they need to, like, I don't know, look after another elderly person, like their husband, their wife. Maybe they've got like an animal that's sick that they need to get home really quickly to look after, and they're waiting on a fucking big fat greasy bus driver pulling up like a good 10-20 minutes late. You're like, where the fuck have you been? You know. Well, we shouldn't let shit be rewarded. What I mean by that is I have stopped thanking bus drivers altogether when they either brake harshly or they're fucking late. Like I never thank them when I'm getting off, when it's like, because I know the good bus drivers to the bad bus drivers, because to be fair, when I did start college I didn't have a bus pass, so I had to pay on the buses and get a day ticket sometimes before I got a bus pass. And let me tell you, it actually took a fucking month and a half for my bus pass to come, and that was on Translink's behalf. So once again, that was fucking dog shite. So I had to pay for a month, and then you have to give in a form to get the money. Like, you have to submit a form to get the money that you paid for those day tickets back, and you have to submit all the day tickets. And like, that's so fucking tedious and annoying. But if you want your, let's say, 30 quid you've spent on day tickets back, it's worth it. But passengers, as my driving instructor used to be a bus driver, And he's told me some of his stories of being his time on the roads, being a bus driver, and he said a lot of the passengers that he used to take felt a lot safer with him because he was a lot slower with the turning, slower with the braking, and a lot of the elderly passengers felt a lot safer going upstairs. And see, that's a good fucking bus driver. If you're a lot safer with your passengers instead of fucking throwing them about the bus when you go like big sharp fucking turns. Like I've experienced it so many times when I get up from my seat and I'm about to walk and get off the bus, and then I just fucking feel it and then it jerks and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Yeah, I know I'm a big fat, I know I'm a chubby mess, and I know I should be able to throw my weight around and carry it and whatever. Apparently the train service isn't too bad, it's actually decent about here, but the bus service just needs to be fucking improved. Like, TransLink, sort your fucking shit out, hire some good fucking people, please, to manage your fucking service, because I've had so many delayed buses, so many buses that haven't even fucking came, that I haven't missed them, that just haven't came, or sometimes buses will just zoom on past when I'm at the bus stop and I'll be like, you know, I'm right here, I'm a passenger, I'm going to give you money, you know, let me on your bus please. Leading on to something else, have any of you guys from Northern Ireland seen these advertisements? I'll pull one up now. These fucking Make It Belfast things. If you want me to do a full video on them, let me know. Drop a like, drop a comment if I should make an entire video just talking about them, just talking shit about them, because I think it'll be funny. Drop a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new to the channel, click that little bell for notifications. And yeah, I think that's it for me. Sorry for the sort of trying to me doing a bit of music there, but don't worry about videos going back to normal. I've got a Gotham review I'm going to make, and I've got an Into the Spider-Verse in-depth review sort of talking about it, why I fucking love it so much. So I've got a couple normal James videos coming out within the foreseeable future. Peace, have a nice day, stay safe, and have a nice, and also fuck TransLink.
It seemed just a passing phase.